84 million of us are facing a polar freeze together again. Ice, snow, stinging winds, warnings up from North Carolina to New England. Chicago's famous waterway, a polar obstacle course. The federal government shut down the Washington Monument shrouded in white. And everywhere across the snow zone, Americans bundling up again and taking out the shovels, the umbrellas again. Our extreme weather team is reporting across the storm zone tonight, and meteorologist Ginger Z starts us off right now.
From the barely there roads in the Great Lakes to the frightening spinouts on the East Coast. Tonight, a blaring reminder that this winter is no joke. In Indianapolis, the storm barreling through the morning rush, folding a FedEx truck in 3. In northwest Indiana, more than 20 inches of lake-effect snow swallowing traffic. The snow crippling Philadelphia, the nation's capital, shutting down. At the airports, a rush to de-ice at JFK. Almost 3,000 cancellations and more than 2,000 delays.
Working outside, forget about it.
Forget about it. You can stay home, stay at home.
We went searching for the brave souls who can't stay home and coincidentally ran into Sheila, a postal worker who just 6 months ago talked to us about battling record heat.
I interviewed you 6 months ago, but it was hot. And now not, right?
No, it's coming down, but it's okay. It's not too bad.
Tonight, same grin, just snow-covered.
I'd rather the cold than the heat.
The storm is still painting the East Coast white. Watch that clock. The storm will pull away early Wednesday morning. Behind it, though, incredible cold and intense winds. A blizzard warning for the Cape in Massachusetts, where many are still rebuilding after that last winter storm just weeks ago.
I'm going to pull them all up, tie them up, and hope Mother Nature doesn't take them again.
We now have a state of emergency for New York, New Jersey, and Tennessee. Philadelphia and Boston schools shut down tomorrow. So this is about halfway done. Whatever you've already had, some places going to double that. And then we've got another headline that we have to look at: the cold. Look at that map. It starts tomorrow. You can see where the 10s, the 20s, the 30s, and 40s exist. And then it goes all the way through Friday. This cold really doesn't break until the end of the weekend. Diane, I've got my electric gloves all ready for this big polar air mass.
Gonna take a closer look at those when you get back, Ginger. Thank you. And with all that cold, we want to show you tonight something happening we've not seen before. The Great Lakes freezing up at a fast clip. ABC's Alex Perez in a kind of 21st century ice age showing us.
It looks more like the North Pole than the Midwest. This endless pool of ice is Lake Michigan, captured by a camera on a drone flying high above.
You can see it's just massive.
Last year, only 38% of the Great Lakes were frozen over, but this year, researchers predict the ice coverage to be almost double that for January and February. Coast Guard Petty Officer Brad Houston says the extra ice has kept them busy responding to calls all season.
And a lot of people will see this ice and think, oh, I can stand on this, but look, your hand goes right through.
Yep. Exactly. No, they fall straight through.
Another unexpected side effect of the Arctic air, propane problems. The cold blast draining supplies and creating a propane shortage for the almost 6 million households that rely on propane for home heating. And prices are up 20% in some places. But the polar chill has been good for some.
Look at that, 14 inches of ice.
In Lake Placid, New York, it's exactly what they need for a major hockey tournament this weekend.
So we have no choice but to flood the rinks because the ice, it gets so cold that it cracks.
And on Lake Superior, for the first time in 5 years, visitors are walking on the lake for a glimpse at the stunning sea caves on the Apostle Islands, covered in millions of icicles, a frozen masterpiece in the middle of a relentless winter. Alex Perez, ABC News, East Chicago, Indiana.
And Alex, as we heard Ginger say, the Arctic blast, the Arctic cold is not going away soon. So we asked ABC's Gio Benitez for a kind of survival guide tonight to the best coats and a reality check on how much heat we really lose how fast.
Emergency rooms tonight getting ready for an influx of frostbite and hypothermia. Look how fast heat seeps out when you're not bundled up. Watch this hand. Remove the glove and in less than 60 seconds, the orange and yellow heat disappears and frostbite begins. So right now I'm wearing 3 layers, a down jacket right underneath this one, but take a look at what happens when we turn to this infrared camera. You see those bright spots right there? Well, that is heat escaping, and that's not a good thing. Not all winter coats are created equal, and we took that infrared camera out on the streets of Boston to show how. So you're wearing a fleece jacket, you're wearing like a down? She's losing heat there on the shoulders. Although it looks like you're both pretty warm.
I guess so.
And look at these. Who do you think feels the coldest?
I have a lot of layers on under this.
Even with those layers, look at her zipper. Heat escaping right through it. But her friend's zipper is covered up by a wind flap. He's warm. And if you think wool is the answer,
You're losing a lot of body heat through your jacket.
the warmest winter coat is a down coat. The longer the better, with a label saying 650 to 800 fill. It has a zipper covered with that wind flap, a waterproof exterior, and an insulated hood with a drawstring. You'll still want to wear a hat underneath. Gio Benitez, ABC News, Boston.
And our extreme weather team will be staying out in this storm to cover it all.